and welcome to New Junction. Now, in this month's update video, I wanted to start by bringing you some really big news. You may or may not know that in just over 2 weeks' time, we actually have in the UK the biggest model railway show in the country. That's the Warley show down at the NEC in Birmingham. That's on the Saturday the 24th and Sunday the 25th of November. Now, my big news is that a couple of months ago I was reached out to by the Warley Club with myself and David Jones at Cottesmore TMD to go behind the scenes and film the entire show literally in its entirety and bring you unparalleled access to the show, so that people who either go to the show and want to relive it or see how things are done can do. I mean, I'll be there from the Thursday filming literally the ground up making of the show. So that should be quite interesting in terms of a content point of view. On the actual main days while it's open, you'll have yours truly and David literally grilling various suppliers and things on their new wares for you to see what's being released later on in 2018, 2019 and maybe onwards. So that'll be really interesting. I'm looking forward to that. So you have to stay tuned to this channel to be able to catch all the updates. Just to give you a bit more information on the Warley show, it boasts a total of 90 layouts, 150 traders and 24 demonstrators. Now, believe me when I say that's quite a lot. You can book tickets now at $15.50 each on the website, and also children get in for £1. Not sure on the age limit where you're classed as a child, but if you need an excuse to go, you can always take little and with you for £1. Another bit of exciting news: the Warley Club are hosting on the Saturday only a YouTubers meet and greet meeting, where you'll be able to mingle with lots of your favourite YouTube channels creators. I know there's a few people I'm looking forward to meeting on the Saturday. Now, that'll be being hosted at the Bretherdale Bank TMD layout, which is stand A41A when you get your maps on the day, and that's at 12 o'clock. So roughly we'll be there for about an hour, but they'll all be there anyway. So and I know a lot of people like myself with my new t-shirt will have branded up hoodies and t-shirts and things, so you're more than welcome to go and say hello to people. But if you want to do it all in one foul swoop and not look completely out of place, that's the time to do it. Right, that's enough of me waffling. You'll have to excuse me for the lack of videos recently. As you can probably tell, I'm getting over a bout of man flu, so you're lucky I'm still alive. But here we go. Now to update you on the progress on the layout. So as you can see, for going behind the scenes at Warley, I have to get myself a branded high-vis. Luckily, yeah, a lot of you won't see this because it's when the actual show's closed, but the lengths I have to go to. Right, in terms of layout progress, I will be going over a few topics which you've probably seen in recent videos. However, for those of you who only watch the updates, I will probably go through it all for you now. So the first thing was this area in the middle. It's been regrassed. If you remember, it was literally just soil, and I use the WWS static grass applicator and their products, and a few woodland scenics, bushes, etc., just to fill that in. Now, if I zoom you out ever so slightly, it does look rather too colourful compared to the rest of the layout. However, in the flesh, in reality, it does look much better. I think it's just the camera picking up the colour. but as you can see, that fills that in nicely, and it does lend to the scene much better. Now moving on to the next area, we can see that work is finally moving forward. What we did was we added a fence here, which is made from literally an aquarium fish net, and I just cut the edge off and then painted it orange with a paint pen. Obviously there was a video on that, so if you want to see how it's done, just go back and you'll find it all. We also feature some of the scale model scenery, new power cars with lights. These do work, but not very well when the lights are on, in the loft that is, but makes for a very interesting night scene, and I think you'll agree that's much better as a scene. It really fills it in and starts to blend in. Hopefully they'll get the junction finished. Now moving on in the layout, as you can see, you've got my building site, burger bar, etc., heritage line. Nothing has actually changed on this section since the last video, which was only a couple of weeks ago. We do have a new visitor on the layout, and that's this Class 121 bubble car. This is in the NTrains livery, and this is a Hattons exclusive. And as you can see, that's currently residing at the Heritage Line station, and that'll make a very lovely temporary addition. And you've probably seen it running around. If not, you'll see it very soon. It's a very nice model. I would review it, but lots of people have done reviews on them. I think Everard Junction did one last, and I think they're an absolute solid model for the money, and they've really raised the bar with this one. But it's really nice. Now the running trains we've got today, we've got the Class 50 here, Ajax. This is a loan from Tim Exter and Lara. So it's a very nice Class 50 there. It runs extremely smooth. To the rear I've got my Colas Class 37, which has been weathered, and then of course my network rail train. And then taking up the passenger service today is the Class 221 in the cross-country livery. All going around smoothly, very nicely, and touch wood, so far no problems. So very grateful of that. I'll try and cram in as many running shots as I can in the middle of this update, just to keep you teased. Now moving on from my bubble car, you can see the sweeping bank corner. Again, nothing has changed really. This section here is about to get a wire fence, if I'm feeling brave enough. So that's the next bit of progress. I'm starting to get tempted to fettle in this corner again, and I'm tempted to add a bridge of sorts here, just to sort of really cap the scene. But I'm sure I'll keep saying that. So we'll see what actually happens. So let's go over to the station and see some more real progress. And here is the station. Now this is where a lot of the work has been being done since the last video. You may or may not remember, but the actual roofing skeleton themselves, they were MDF laser cut pieces, and they were all brown. Now of course they've been sprayed in a white primer. This should protect them from the elements, especially in my loft, and most of all protect them from warping. And they look the part now, because the real deal are either white or blue. The next stage, of course, for the roof is to sadly cover it over, and I'm just looking through various kits that I could use to do that. Currently, the nominees are either straight plasticard, which will be cut to fit, or Will's Kits actually do a sort of plasticard set of sheet metal roofing, so that could be quite good. Now the next new addition is the addition of these station lights. These are the Econ coloured lights, 2- and 3-way aspect signals with route indicators. Now, I've not added the route indicators yet. I've not even wired them up yet. As you know, I hate wiring, so this will be a project done in silence, away from a camera, and I'll be filling my swear jar for this one. These were very kindly given to me by Paul of NTrains. A link to his channel in the description below. He literally had them in a spares box, and said, does anyone need them? And I snapped them up. So anything to help with the progress of the station. So I'm very grateful for these, and thank you very much, Paul, for passing them on to me. Obviously, if you were interested, here's the packet in question. Now, I'm not going to focus on that. There you go. And obviously the one circled is the one I've got. These are all wireable up, and you can control them from 2 or 3 way switches, and they also have route indicators on them, which I've yet to attach. But as I say, I'll soon be cursing Paul's name for giving me these, because I hate electrics. But thank you very much nonetheless. Now, the next new addition to the station, after the spraying of the canopies, is actually the modern image seats. Now, these were a kit by 10 Commandments, and they literally come as cast sort of metal, and I primed them up with primer and then sprayed them the same blue as the station columns, so it'll all match. And I think it adds a real nice touch to the station. If I just move you over a bit, and we actually take a look down the platform. I have glued in some people to some of them, as you can see, and I think that looks really effective, and it just brings a certain life to the station that wasn't there before. So I'm well chuffed with those, and I think my little people will be as well, because they'll have somewhere to sit down. So my next move for the station is obviously to tackle the back wall here, and put some scenic detail in there, maybe an image of the station. I might use a bit of plasticard, and then create the wall, which is going to go down the side of the track and sort of fence the track in from the rear of the station, the rear of the scene, as it were. Once I've done that, I'll be able to quite literally finish the track work from the back, and then make a start on the buildings, which will go where my new Junction sign is, all the way to the canopy. So that should start to close in the scene very quickly now, and I look forward to that. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for this update. Obviously, it's been pretty close to the last one, I think literally 2 weeks, but I wanted to bring you the news and update you to where I was. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching as ever. If you're watching the premiere in the morning, thank you very much, and good morning to you, and thanks for watching. Otherwise, I'm going to go and have some honey and lemon, and have some more hauls, I think, because I'm starting to block up. But as ever, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you at Warley, if not before. Take care, guys. See you later. Bye.